Odell Beckham Jr. might want out of Cleveland. Well, the Cleveland Browns, Freddie Kitchens took over that team, and I feel bad for the Browns fans. I really do. I feel bad because they've been really just waiting to get into at least get into the playoffs. Haven't won a Super Bowl in years, and just been dying for a good roster. And it just seems like this team, not the Baltimore Ravens, not the 49ers, were even talked about this offseason. The Cleveland Browns were the most talked about team. Everywhere I turned the channel, the Cleveland Browns were pretty much that caliber team. That team was hyped up. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but that team was overhyped. I mean, Cleveland was on their feet, ready to go into the season. And honestly, it just took a shit. Okay? They have the players. The problem is just kind of what we're going through. It's the play calling. It's the personnel. It's like a little bit of a personnel issue as well because defensively they're not stacked at all. And they just don't know how to get or use players to their advantages, their strengths. And Odell is just, he hasn't got the ball enough, which I understand that. He really didn't get the ball enough this year at all, and quarterback wasn't doing too well. I don't know. It was a whole bunch of issues, which I definitely understand. But as of right now, I know before the trade deadline, the Eagles were one of few teams interested. The 49ers were too because they, before they got Emmanuel Sanders, they were going after Odell in a trade. The Patriots wanted Odell as well, but that was before, that was when, then they got AB, and then look what happened with that. And we were another team that was interested in Odell Beckham Jr., okay? I don't dislike the guy. I've disliked his attitude for stupid reasons, for attention reasons, but I feel like he's actually grown up a lot since he got to Cleveland. It seems like he's not really I mean, he's always going to be, as a personality of a guy, he's always going to want that attention. But to be honest, since he went from the Giants to the Cleveland Browns, changed a little bit. Getting older in his years playing football, but still athletic as hell. You put Odell Beckham Jr. in open space, and he has a lane. Yeah, he could juke people. He could do anything in open space, and it's amazing. He can outrun a whole entire defense. So you never know what you're going to get with him. Now, that all depends on what the Eagles are going to do. Are the Eagles going to keep Alshon Jeffrey? In my opinion, we should trade him, honestly. This isn't just because of the Odell Beckham rumors. No. This is because Alshon I just think should go. I think Zach Ertz should get traded. I think compensation. I think the Eagles are holding on to too many players emotionally more than business. I look at George Kittle from today and what he did against the Saints, and I wish we had a tight end like that because we have one of the best tight ends in football, but George Kittle is the best tight end in football. Zach Ertz is probably one or two guys behind him. And get some compensation. Maybe you can get Odell Beckham Jr. on one side. You get, Deshaun Jackson comes back from his surgery. He comes back fully healthy on the other side. And then pretty much you never know what you can get after that. You really don't. Or you keep Alshon Jeffrey. You put Odell in the slot. You could do a lot of different combinations, but first thing that needs to happen is that you have to fix the coaching staff. Regardless of the playoffs or not, we need to fix this coaching staff. Mike Groh has got to go. Carson Walsh has got to go. I forgot the other guy's name because I don't give a shit. Carson Welsh or whatever. I don't even know. Walsh, whatever the hell these other guys are. Those three have to go. I used to know the other guy's name, but I just forgot. Brain for it. So they got to go before anybody comes here. They got to go. So if they were to do something like this, take on Odell's contract, you can get compensation, free up cap space. You get rid of Zach Ertz for some compensation. And if you want to keep Alshon, you want to add Odell to the mix, then that's a different thing. I'd rather have him on the outside, obviously, which opens up a lot in the middle, of course. But the Eagles have so many combinations they can do this offense with this offense and the personnel that's in it right now. So what I'm thinking is that they go into this draft as well. They can go draft a guy in the top 10. They can move up. They're going to have the compensation for it. They're going to have an extra third round, an extra, I think a fourth round pick, 2 fifths or 2 sixths, something like that. They're going to have about 10 draft picks probably in this draft coming up. So You can always draft a guy in the top 10 and have him line up behind Odell and Deshaun Jackson, have him sit in the background, have J.J. Arcega-Whiteside sitting there, maybe have Greg Ward right behind that. You never know what you have right there. And do that. So there's there's a whole bunch of things. You can keep Alshon, get rid of him, and bring Odell in, or keep Alshon and bring Odell in as a slot guy. Nelson Aguilar's gone. So do I think we're the team that's going to do this? We all know that Howie Roseman picks up the phone all the time, regardless of who the free agent is, regardless. But I know the Eagles had heavy interest, but to give up for him, I have no idea. I really don't, because Howie's not going to give up more than a 4th-round pick, unless we all know he will give up a high draft pick if it's top quality talent. Odell Beckham is worth a 1st-round pick. He is. But if that's the case, if you give away a 1st-round pick for Odell, then unfortunately, it depends how bad they want to get rid of him. If they just really want to get rid of him, give him a 2nd. It is what it is. A 2nd and something else and whatever for 3 picks. A 2nd, a 4th, and a pick for next year. I don't even know. But there's so many different things you could do. You bring Odell into this offense, yeah, it's gonna bring a lot of attention to Sean on one side, Odell on the other, or whatever this offense is gonna be. I'm just thinking scenario, guys. I'm not saying that's what it's gonna be, but I'm just saying scenario. It would be nice. I would rather have him than Robbie Anderson, obviously. I know Robbie's a deep threat, but I'm happy with getting him. If that's the case, you know what? It is what it is. I've never questioned Odell Beckham's athletic ability, honestly, because I've hated the guy because he was on the New York Giants, but the guy is totally talented and really deserves to be on a good roster. He really does. I'm not saying that we have a good roster right now, but need to make the coaching changes first before anything. So other than that, guys, that's really it. Any questions in the comment section below, let me know, and I'll get to you guys as soon as possible. But let me know what you guys think about Odell coming to the Eagles, if that's even possible. It's very early. I'm going to have a poll up tomorrow about the offseason, what you guys think I should do. If you guys enjoy the content I put in the offseason, I cover pretty much everything. This is pretty much the start of it. But it's just because of the news. I wasn't going to start off-season stuff till later. But other than that, that's it. Leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys later. Shake Squad up. Fly, Owls, fly.